A change is coming that affects millions of older people. New bus pass rules are being introduced that could alter how you travel, pay, or qualify. Let's walk through exactly what's shifting, who'll feel it, and how you can stay ahead, in plain, friendly terms. From mid-October 2025, several updates to the free bus pass system in the UK take effect, and if you're 50 or older, especially a pensioner, you'll want to know how this affects your daily journeys. The heart of the change lies in eligibility, additional charges in some areas, and tighter checks on income or benefits. In some local authorities, you may now need to show proof you still meet certain criteria. Elsewhere, new limits on times or routes may apply. This isn't meant to make life harder, but rather to ensure fairness and sustainability. But as with any change, the details matter. First, the eligibility rules. In the past, once you reached state pension age, you automatically qualified for the free bus pass, and in many places that allowed you to travel across nearly all local services all day. Going forward, in several regions, you must still be of pension age but also satisfy means-tested or benefit-based conditions. Means-tested simply means that your financial means, your income, savings, or benefits, are taken into account to decide if you get a perk. So, for example, someone with modest savings or additional income above a threshold might, under the new rules, lose free bus travel or see restrictions. To ease confusion, many local authorities will check whether you're claiming benefits like pension credit, housing benefit, or other qualifying support. If you're not claiming them already, now might be a moment to look into those. Even if you think you won't qualify, it's wise to double check, because many older people miss out simply for not applying. One example, in a city where local transport is under pressure, the authority may say, you can travel for free within the core zone during off-peak hours, but for bus trips outside your area or at peak times, you may now pay a reduced fare instead of full free travel. So someone who used to hop on a bus at midday to visit another neighborhood might now split costs between free and subsidized portions. In another place, free travel may remain for all local buses, but only during off-peak hours, say after 9:30 a.m. Peak slot journeys might incur a small charge, perhaps £1 or £2 where previously nothing was paid. That might feel frustrating if you're used to hopping on at 8:30 a.m. for an appointment. The good news is that many of the new charges are modest, and local authorities are expected to offer concessions or safeguard passes for those on very low incomes. Another shift is more rigorous verification. Previously, once your free pass was issued, you might use it year after year with no further checks. Under the new regime, some transport bodies will review eligibility periodically, perhaps every few years, to ensure holders still meet criteria. That means you may be asked to submit proof of benefits, bank statements, or residency status. This can seem intrusive, but the intention is to prevent misuse or abuse and ensure that resources are directed to those who need them most. If you get a letter asking for evidence, don't panic, comply carefully and within the deadline. If you miss it, your pass may be suspended until you respond. Who is most affected? Clearly, pensioners who are close to the eligibility thresholds, those who recently retired, people with savings or small additional incomes, and older folks living in areas with tighter budgets or dense public transport systems. If you rely on buses to get to shops, medical appointments, social clubs, grandchildren's houses, these changes can matter. Even small £1 or £2 charges, or limits on route coverage, can strain a modest pension. For those already on income-related benefits, the impact may be minimal, since many local rules will exempt you entirely. But if you weren't claiming benefits before, now is a good time to check. You might become eligible, and it may protect your access to free travel. To take a concrete scenario, imagine Mary, age 67, who lives just outside a city boundary. She used to travel freely to town twice a week. Under new rules, her local council restricts free travel to only inside certain zones, or requires a small fare for cross-zone trips. Mary also has a small pension income and modest savings. Because she was never getting pension credit, she doesn't meet the means-tested threshold. The council writes and asks Mary to prove her income and benefits status to keep her pass active. She submits her documents, and if she falls just outside eligibility, she might lose full free travel and only get off-peak access, or have a small fare for certain routes. That's a real change in her weekly budget. On the flip side, in another town, John, age 72, already claims pension credit and housing support. The local council may exempt him from any new charges or restrictions altogether, leaving his pass unaffected. It's natural to feel uneasy at such shifts, many of us worry about rising costs, squeezed budgets, and losing freedoms we took for granted. But there are reassuring points. First, central government guidance still encourages local authorities to protect older, lower-income residents. Differences between regions should smooth out over time. Secondly, where charges are introduced, they tend to be modest and well under the cost of owning and running a car. Third, you may find that you already qualify for benefits or credits you haven't claimed. Applying may restore or preserve your full travel rights. Fourth, use this as an opportunity to budget your travel more carefully, plan in advance, and lean on community resources, where volunteer transport or group travel schemes may help. Some technical terms bear gentle explanation. The triple lock is a guarantee that state pensions rise every year by the highest of three measures: inflation, average wages, or a fixed percentage, usually 2.5%. That ensures pensions keep up with the cost of living. It doesn't directly affect bus passes, but it's part of the wider support structure for older people. Pension credit is an income guarantee for pensioners with low income. If your income is below a threshold, you may receive a top-up. Claiming pension credit can also unlock extra benefits such as help with housing, council tax, and now, possibly protecting your free bus pass eligibility under new means-tested rules. And, means-tested, means assessing your income and savings to decide whether you qualify for a benefit or concession. It's not about judging, but about fairness in targeting support. You might wonder, is this fair? Some would argue that every pensioner who has paid into the system should keep full access, regardless of additional income. Others say that limited resources demand prioritizing those most in need. The truth is somewhere in between. New rules are an attempt to balance sustainability with social justice. If you feel a change here is unfair, sharing your voice with your local councillor or MP can make a difference, especially during consultations as policies roll out. As you watch this, you may already be thinking, what should I do now? First, check your current free bus pass is up to date, note its expiry or review date. Second, find out your local transport authority's new rules. Many will publish guidance or letters to pass holders. Third, if you haven't claimed benefits like pension credit or other qualifying support, consider applying. This may protect your travel rights and improve your income. Fourth, if you receive a notice asking for evidence, respond early and keep copies of documents. And if you face obstacles, a suspension or confusion, reach out. The Council or Citizens Advice Services often help with appeals or clarifications. Finally, talk to your friends, neighbors, or local group members. Sometimes others around you are also facing changes, and pooling knowledge helps everyone adapt better. I'd love to hear from you. Have you already been told about changes in your area? Did your council send you a letter asking for proof? Are you worried about extra fares for journeys you make now for free? Please do share in the comments below. Your experience might help someone else realize what to expect or how to respond. Also, if you're in a council area with a senior group or transport forum, you might raise questions or ask for support there. Let's stay connected and informed together. As we wrap up, remember, these changes are significant, but not inevitable in every area, and many protections remain for those on lower incomes. Stay alert for communications from your local authority or the Department for Work and Pensions. Check your benefit entitlements, and keep your documents in order. Thank you for staying with me through this update. I hope it gives you clarity and some peace of mind. Take care, travel safely, and together we'll keep one step ahead of any further shifts in support, free travel, or pension rules. Until next time, stay aware, stay empowered, and stay in touch.